If you feel tired and bloated for no clear reason, anxious without knowing why, it might be stress. Because stress doesn't just affect your mind, it quietly changes how your body works. And the scariest part, you can live in a state of stress for years without realizing it, because it slowly becomes your normal. Your body adapts, changing how your organs function, how systems communicate, and how energy is distributed. So, today I want to show you what chronic stress actually does to your body and why so many people don't notice it until symptoms start piling up. Hi, I'm Magali. Welcome to the Holistic Cup. Here I'll teach you everything from cupping to complete well being and share the missing keys to unlock your optimal health. In the last video, I explained how your autonomic nervous system connects your brain to almost all of your internal organs. That autonomic nervous system of yours is concerned with your survival. That's why it's always asking one question: am I safe or am I in danger? When your body senses danger, physical or emotional, it switches into a survival mode called fight or flight, and it will prioritize some body functions over others to give you the best chances of surviving. Now, let's dive into how that actually looks like. Digestion is one of the first systems to be affected by chronic stress. Why? Because digestion is not essential for immediate survival. Under stress, stomach acid production often drops or becomes dysregulated. Digestive enzymes decrease. Blood is redirected away from the gut. The microbiome becomes unbalanced and gut motility slows down. What this concretely means for me and you is that in survival mode, we're likely to experience bloating, reflux, constipation or diarrhea, and poor nutrient absorption even. This is why so many people say, I eat healthy, but I still feel off. Have you ever had digestive problems due to stress? Let me know in the comments below. Also, your liver is taking care of you when you're stressed. It produces extra blood sugar to give you a quick energy boost. Logical. If you would be facing a dangerous situation, you could use some extra energy to run away or throw in a punch or something. The problems arise when stress becomes chronic. Your body may not be able to keep up with this extra glucose surge. Then this survival mechanism can cause unstable blood sugar, energy crashes, cravings, and fatigue. And over time, chronic stress can contribute to insulin resistance, and this increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. The next thing you're probably going to notice during a longer period of stress is my least favorite: pain. I mean, they all suck, but still, pain is pain, you know? Headaches, neck and shoulder pain, back pain, jaw tension, constant feeling of tightness, these are all linked to chronic stress. The pain here isn't just mechanical anymore, it's neurological. Your body stays braced due to stress. That's why your muscles tense up to protect you, breathing becomes shallow, your chest tightens, and oxygen delivery changes, and your tissues become more acidic. This one also hits home for me. I've had years and years of muscle pain. It became so intense that I even couldn't go out for a walk anymore without having very intense muscle aches afterwards. I can't even begin to describe the frustration during these times. But look, now I'm fully recovered and I love exercising again. I really am a living example of someone who experienced it all but came out of it better than before. So never lose hope, we'll get there together. Okay, off to the next bodily function that gets pushed back. I'm sorry, but also your immune system gets affected. Short term stress can stimulate the immune system, but long term, it does something completely different. It dysregulates it. That means increased inflammation, slower healing, higher sensitivity, more allergies, and frequent illnesses. A chronically stressed immune system doesn't become weak, it becomes
Huh?
confused. And that confusion often shows up as symptoms that don't seem to make sense on paper. Another system that's strongly affected by chronic stress is your hormonal and reproductive system. From a biological point of view, this makes complete sense because when the body is in fight or flight mode, it doesn't see reproduction and long term hormonal balance as essential for survival. That's why under chronic stress, cortisol stays elevated, sex hormones become dysregulated, and the communication between the brain and the reproductive system changes. For women, this can show up as irregular cycles, heavier or more painful periods, worsened PMS, or feeling completely disconnected from your cycle. For both women and men, libido often drops and energy and motivation decrease. This doesn't mean your hormones are broken. It means your body is asking one simple question: is it safe enough right now? When the answer is no, the body just waits. Hormonal balance returns when the nervous system no longer feels like it has to stay on high alert. And one of the most overlooked effects of chronic stress is what it does to your body's repair and detox systems. In fight or flight mode, liver detox pathways become less efficient. Bile flow can slow down, lymphatic drainage decreases, and sleep, which is one of your most powerful healing tools, also changes. Even if you sleep enough hours, deep sleep becomes often shorter, nighttime repair processes are reduced, and your body doesn't fully reset. This is why so many people feel as their body just won't heal, whatever they try. The real problem in this whole story is that you often don't notice you're under chronic stress. That's the reason why it's so damaging. It often doesn't feel dramatic. It feels like being busy, being tired, being tense, being productive, or even just life, until symptoms pile up and force you to pay attention. And that's exactly why in the next videos we'll explore signs you're stuck in survival mode, hidden stressors you might not even realize, and how to bring your nervous system back into safety mode. Because once your nervous system calms down, your body is finally open to heal. If you learned something new in this video, leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to understand your body instead of fighting it, make sure to subscribe. See you next time on The Holistic Guy.